Hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm going to be testing We Happy Few Early Access Alpha on the GeForce GTX 950. If you want to see how it runs on the GTX 750 Ti, check the description below. For FPS monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the CAM logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more. So We Happy Few pre-alpha. I'll start with 1080p, then 900p, and finally 720p. If you want to see when I change to one of those resolutions, check the description below. But well, what to say about this? Well, in the GTX 950 I can run it on the highest setting, on 1080p, and I'm not dropping below 30 FPS anytime soon. But remember, this is an alpha. This is way too long from the full game release. This is on early access. Well, one other thing to say, I also tried this with the R7 370. I already recorded the video for that, but I will upload it later. One thing that got my attention was the game runs terrible on the R7 370 in comparison to the GTX 950. I mean, in most mainstream games, both cards have a 5 to 8 FPS difference. Since I overclocked the R7 370 now, they have like a 5 to 8 FPS difference. Here the difference was around 15 FPS or something like that, or 20. Just insane. But remember, this is an alpha, so the game might run better later on. Maybe AMD releases a driver to address that issue, but the game was running awful on the R7 370 for some reason. Anyway, sometimes games run better on NVIDIA and worse on AMD. I don't know. Anyway, but what I was saying, this game runs fantastically well on Ultra. I mean, we are not hitting 60 FPS anytime soon, but we are over 30 all the time, which is awesome. One other thing I suggest here is that the quality, you keep it on high instead of Ultra. There are minor differences between high and Ultra, so I suggest you keep it on high. You get like a 10 FPS boost, but I'm not going to do that on 1080p, since we are not hitting even close to 60 anytime soon. On 900p and 720p though, switching to high is usually a good idea. You go from 40 to 50 FPS, which is way smoother than 35 FPS. But anyway, the game is playable. I say it runs totally fine because it's over 30 FPS. Some people might take that as, oh man, it runs terrible. In my opinion, it doesn't. But that's just my opinion, as always. Anyway guys, I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.
The idea is to forget our nightmares, Arthur, not enshrine them.
How does she know?
Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card. Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out. No, I'd break it for everybody. We seem to be a bit behind in our work now that you mention it.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the candy comes out. Come on, hit it! Hit it! Hit it! You are off your joy. Take one of mine. Oh my lord. He's a downer. Call security. We've got a downer.
Take your joy. Take your joy. Take your joy. Take your
Probably a bad time to ask for that.
downer. We've got a downer here, haven't we?
Good Christ. I can't believe I'm still alive.
Today's schedule.
More or less.
What's going on?
The fog come from?
I'll tell you a
That's the answer
secret.
to everything, I bet. I don't know you. Toys and tiny...
It's not my fault. I'm being controlled by someone I've never even met.
What the hell are you about? We would like to know, if you are, who you appear to be. Can you tell me kindly who won Simon Says last Friday?
Right, it was Harry, wasn't it? Harry Jones. Harriet. Larry. No, am I getting warmer? No?
Get yourself back to the garden, you downer bastard.
Back off, you.
Before we begin, please listen to some personal messages to our friends. The rabbit has lost his watch. The rabbit has lost his watch. The taxi has arrived. The taxi has arrived.
I don't believe we've had...
Too many penguins. Just lots of penguins. Everywhere.
Where does the
It's not my fault. I'm being controlled by someone I've never even met. Too many penguins. Just lots of penguins. Everywhere.
Bugger off.
Ah, but where's Kilroy when you need him, eh?
Strange how everyone looks the same.
I don't know you.
What happened to the garden? Back off, you.
I just want them to stop. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
He doesn't look well. I suppose I should help him.
You wouldn't happen to have an Nexamide, would you, mate? A purple pill? I think I ate something rotten. You wouldn't happen to have an Nexamide, would you, mate? You're a lifesaver, mate. Here, take this. And try not to eat anything slimy.
And it's available in just about every book.
Well, if it's you, then just excuse yourself and take your joy right away.
This is not even my life. It's somebody else's.
Whatever.
Rotten apple! Scrounge! Wrecker! Robber! You shouldn't have to eat the dog! Bandit!
What am I doing? Oh, tempura. Oh, mores.
You might be having trouble keeping your food in. There's a surprisingly nasty little disease called cholera. Yes, its main symptoms are vomiting and diarrhea. You either drink so much of both that in the end, you've nothing to throw up except clear liquid and nothing to come out the other end except a sort of rice water. Now, I'm afraid I'm going to show you a rather ghastly photograph, but it's all in a
bother.
I hope that's not what you're seeing in the pot. But if you are, and someone in your house may have cholera. Now, cholera is a bit dangerous, but it has a very simple treatment. In the past, you see, we all used to take all sorts of pills for it. But it turns out that the most important thing is to drink lots and lots of water. Yes, you can lose 10 to 20 quarts of fluid a day from cholera. In fact, people with cholera can wind up with wrinkled hands like they spent too long in the tub. The cure for that is easy. Drink like a fish. Don't be afraid to drink 10 to 20 quarts of water per day. Ideally, of course, you'll mix half a teaspoon of salt, 6 teaspoons of sugar, and a little bit of mashed banana in each quart of water. But if you put sugar on... Make sure that they know not to let you take any more joy pills for a while, and to make sure you keep drinking lots and lots of water. Now, how do you ensure that you don't get cholera? Well, be sure to only drink pure water, Now, there's absolutely no truth to any rumour that the water in Wellington Wells is contaminated by bacteria. However, you can never be too careful. So, if you can, if anyone on your street is having a lot of tummy trouble, you should boil all water, especially if it's been exceptionally rainy. I mean, not your ordinary, wonderful English rain, but severe thunderstorms. If your garden isn't working, just filtering your water through a cloth is quite helpful in reducing the bacteria in the water. Why don't you just get out of the pub? The beer is definitely safe to drink. And if you're caring for somebody...
You don't belong here.
The ravens are gone from the tower. Don't tell anyone.
Where does the fog come from? That's the answer to everything, I bet.